So I'm here at the Aquaflora booth with Philip, and he's responsible for these amazing display tanks that you have here. And the more I talk to you about this, the more amazing this all becomes. So I think the first thing I want to hear about is this tank actually comes here fully aquascaped, right?
Yes. So during a process of selection, first we need to know exactly what we want to bring for the exhibition. Main idea for Interzoo this year was to bring something with more wood, more color, more natural as possible. Because in some north countries of Europe, they are fish addicted, not really aquascapers. So it means they want to see fish, but at the same time, you want to give them the best color as possible. So this kind of fish, when they are put inside of a planted tank, they get most vibrant colors because the plants will make the contrast. So the idea of put a lot of color on it is just also to enhance and match the fish with the tank. So after we decide which kind of layout we need to put it, we need to start scaping. However, this one is a casting mistake because it started from the very beginning for being just a tank to grow plants. Because we had another tanks at our showroom that sometimes we take them to exhibitions, due to the space, tanks that are smaller than this one and be more easier to carry. So the idea was just to grow. So since I'm growing plants and I decided to put some wood in it, just in case we're going to need for something close. And I was not wrong because after a few hours of start working on the new layout, I was notified that this tank need 1 month to go for exhibition in Interzoo, Belgium. So since we only had 1 month, we need to plant more densely as possible, trying to use a little bit more color, even knowing that we could change a few things because planted aquariums, they grow faster than marines, so the results are faster. We can achieve really nice results, as you can see on the 120 after 1 month. So we can plant densely and then we give the shape same as we have in the gardens at home. So this tank has probably 5 months. We already took it to Belgium. It returned. No major issues, only a piece of wood that just get out from place.
So this is its second tour.
Yeah,
It's been shown in Belgium and it's been shown here. And then at the end of the show, I'm noticing you have a drain over here and you drain all the water out completely.
Yes, exactly.
And you secure the wort,
yeah,
you keep the moisture in?
The transport process is probably the most difficult one. Of course, I am more relaxed because the tank is going home and no, I'm not for other exhibitions. So if something goes wrong, I can be easily repaired there. But when we take the tank for an exhibition, usually we need to take attention if the wood is moving because the soil is even 6 months is not enough to compact. So it means it can be very slippery because this soil is clay, it's substrate. So it means if the wood is heavy enough just to slide a little bit, it can destroy all the scape.
Everything. Gotcha.
So lucky for me, this tank has some glass on the top that is securing, just to reinforce don't bend. So I placed the wood on the last adjustment just to be close to the glass and put some plastic zip ties.
Gotcha.
So in order that the wood stay fixed on the glass. So after that, I need to drain all the water. So this tank has two holes on the bottom. We use some plastic intake outtake, but in a very clean way. Don't be too distracting. And after we take all the water, of course with all the fish, we drain the tank because it must be transported with no water at all. So can we imagine transporting a bucket of water? If you slide it, all the water splash. If you have soil on it, it means you start making holes. So everything will get out easily and we start plants getting loose. So what do we do? Drink to more you can the water from the tank. use some blankets or even some towels. You can soak them and then put it on a bucket till it's more dry as possible. Then you cover it with some plastic, put some blankets all around, just to avoid something slides to the front glass, or this is wood, will not break, but if you have rocks, can be a big problem. And then just put a plastic over it, keep the moist inside. Plants don't need water because the soil is already completely wet. And that moist will keep the plants with humidity enough just for the trip of 1 or 2 days.